Welcome to this new series of Soul Realized Being, which is a series of exercises which has been channeled under the guidance of Vywamus, who's the higher aspect of Sanat Kumara, and with support from the Council for Source Realization, Mission Golden Earth. The intention for these exercises is for those who are now soul-realized beings to have a guide to follow should they wish to begin work with their personal councils, their soul, their monad, and body elementals to bring in evolution of their energetic system to support monadic realization, and to also help address changes in one's energetic and personal systems, which are a result of the soul realization, and to acknowledge and engage with the changing mental state and the movement from subconscious mind towards being more conscious and superconscious mind. As soon as one has completed the third initiation or the soul merge, one begins to work towards the monadic merge, which takes place during the 4th, 5th, and 6th initiations. And just know that each initiation has at least 7 and sometimes more sub-initiations. I'll just share this channeling now from Vywamus. So Vywamus requested the development of these exercises, and this is a sharing of the message from Vywamus. The one wishes there be a series of exercises showing how the soul-realized being may develop their soul further. Know that the soul is a constellation of 12 soul extensions, personalities. To progress the soul on its journey, which is primarily to realize its mission, the soul needs to be integrated. That is, the soul extensions within the soul need to be integrated. Efforts to progress the soul without attending to this integration will be unsuccessful. There is already a video on this channel which explains and shows you in an exercise how to begin this process of integrating the other soul extensions in your oversoul. The path of the soul is focused on realizing the mission and tasks which one has in one's divine plan, one's blueprint. One is already aware that there is a gigantic divine plan, and all soul and monad level plans are part of this one. The soul, oversoul, guides and assists the personality as it begins to realize this plan. At this point in one's journey along the path, the soul-realized being becomes aware of and can follow the soul's guidance, which is collective consciousness guidance. The soul-realized being will wish to sense, see, feel, and know when it is following this guidance and when it is not. An exercise to help with this is useful and will be provided as part of this series. So altogether, there are 12 exercises in the Soul-Realized Being series. This is exercise 5, which is concerned with identifying and connecting to one's soul council. One will hopefully have made already the clear connection to one's personal council and to one's mission council. And if you've not done these exercises and established these connections, then please do so before completing this exercise. The key to the happy transit of soul-realized being to monadic or monad realized being is a high level of integration, and we'll be saying more about this soon. For now, we share that every integrated soul, which is a group consciousness of 12 soul extensions or personalities that are well integrated, has a guiding council, which we're guided to call one's soul council. Please note that every soul has a council. However, it will only fully activate when the soul, the oversoul, is integrated. meaning that when all the soul extensions in the soul have awakened, and when these soul extensions have integrated to a threshold level. It's not necessary to be aware of what constitutes the threshold level, as generalizations cannot be made here. And the threshold level for each individual soul extension and each soul is different from another. One might imagine that there are trillions of soul councils, and we're guided to specify that every soul council is different. There are 12 integrated souls that comprise a monad, and each monad also has a council. So each of the 12 soul councils will have a representative on it from the monadic council. So this exercise to connect to one's soul council will take some time, or indeed it may need to be repeated until you have connected with your entire soul council. Please be sure to let go of assumptions and expectations about what will be revealed to you. Now let us begin the exercise. And we begin as usual by sealing, seal, pillar of light. So one might say, one seals, pillar of light. And now begin by taking conscious breaths. 3 conscious breaths, breathing in purest light from within and without, and holding each breath for the count of 3. Welcome, accept, allow, and absorb. Then release on the out breath, down or up one's pillar of light as feels ideal in the moment. So breathing in purest light, welcome, accept, allow, and absorb this pure light into every cell, every particle of your being. And on the out breath, release out and down your pillar of light or up your pillar of light. Third and final breath. Breathe in the purest light. Welcome, accept, allow, and absorb this pure light. And on the out breath, releasing down your pillar of light and giving your breath to earth, or releasing out and up, giving your breath to source. We now say the oneness mantra, which one can say aloud or to oneself silently. The oneness mantra is one is one, one is one. One is the light divine. One is love divine. One is will divine. One is wisdom divine. One is power divine. One is divine design. One is one. One is one. One is light divine. One is love divine. One is will divine. One is wisdom divine. One is power divine. One is divine design. One is one. One is one. One is light divine. One is love divine. One is will divine. One is wisdom divine. One is power divine. One is divine design. Now let one's awareness shift. One will experience a calming down, a slowing down. Visualizing now the golden throne, or however you visualize it. Visualize that you are sitting on that golden throne, which is the one's seat of divinity, sovereignty, and power. Sit here and allow the shift. Allow the expansion in consciousness to take place. now become aware of the thymus chamber, which is all around one, and call on Archangel Metatron to seal the thymus chamber in golden liquid light, or the light that Metatron brings. And one may say, one calls on Archangel Metatron, Lord of Light, to seal this thymus chamber in golden liquid light, or any light that is aligned with divine will in this now. One commands it so, divine code. Now again, allow the shift in consciousness to take place. And in front of you will appear the clock face. It's being shown on the video now. Make your way to the center point in the middle of the clock face. And imagine that you're standing in the center of a sphere which is all around you. And begin by expanding your radiance to fill the sphere. Now to radiate, use your intention to move energy from your soul star chakra to your etheric chamber of resonance, which is also known as the cave of Brahma. See the diagram above on this video. So moving the energy from your soul star chakra, which is either above your head, just above your head, as is in the diagram, or it's anchored in your higher heart, again, as is in the diagram. And then up to your chamber of resonance, see the diagram, and then all the way down to below your base chakra, all the way down to below your base chakra, and into your etheric coccyx, which you can see in the diagram now. So continue to circulate the energy up and down your central channel, moving from your etheric coccyx below your base chakra all the way up to your soul star chakra and back down again. While you're doing this, take conscious breaths. Breathe in the purest light. Welcome, accept, allow, and absorb this pure light. And on the out breath, you're releasing down or up your pillar of light. And intending to breathe the purest light into the chamber of resonance. So this explanation was to more specifically show you how to radiate your light. So now we will move from the center of this clock face to the number 1. And as you stand at that number, a sphere expands and you're in the center of that sphere. And you expand your radiance to fill the sphere, while at the same time asking to receive clear information about one's soul counsel. So you're standing or sitting in the number 1 sphere. You may say, one is in intending this, asks to clearly receive information about and connection to this member of one's soul council, as is aligned with divine will. One commands it so, divine code. Now listen and receive, and welcome and allow the connection. When you feel complete at the number 1, move to the number 2. Follow the same process. As you stand in that number, a sphere appears, expands, and you become in the center of that sphere. You're expanding your radiance to fill the sphere, while at the same time asking to clearly receive information about your soul council. One is in intending this, asks to clearly receive information about and connection to this member of one's soul council as is aligned with divine will. One commands it so. Divine code. Listen and receive, welcome and allow the connection. Stay as long as you wish at this number, and when you feel complete, move to the next number that you're guided to go to. Now you may be guided to follow around the clock in progression 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is fine. Or you may be guided to go to a completely other side of the clock or a different number. All of that is fine. And you can keep going with this exercise until you have visited all 12 numbers on the clock and have been connected to all 12 members of one's soul council. Or if you're guided to say that the exercise is complete for now, that is also okay. But your final move, your last move, is always back to the 0 point in the center of the clock face. And as you stand in the center of the sphere here at the 0 point, you, in the final completion of this exercise, you will wish to ask that you and all of one's soul council members are integrated and actualized as is an alignment with divine will. Now to do that, you may say, one is in intending this, asks that all one's soul council and oneself are integrated and actualized as is aligned with divine will. One commands it so. Divine code. And with that, allow that integration and actualization to take place. And then one is complete with this exercise and may return to your golden throne. It's not necessary to leave this consciousness level unless you wish to. You direct your awareness through intention to where you choose to be when the exercise is complete. Now, when you've identified all 12 members of your soul council, whether that's taken one turn of this exercise or a number, you may wish to return to your thymus chamber to receive guidance from this council. And there's nearly always one council member who is appointed to act as a guide. And in the first instance, it's useful to return to the thymus chamber to meet and connect with this guide, to listen, welcome, allow, and absorb any information that may be shared. As with all of these exercises, they're very dynamic. You may in fact have 2 or 3 guides. Follow your guidance always. And if you're not sure, repeat the exercise. Thank you for listening.